day 8 of my Vlogtober. It's 12:35 and I've just been out briefly with Loki. We went for a brisk walk and she's really happy now. She's having a little treat and then hopefully she will go and take a nap. She hasn't napped yet this morning, so hopefully she will. The weather today is a little bit more cloudy. It's feeling quite humid. Yeah, it's not cold, but it's humid. It's a little bit annoying. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yes, so how are you all? Catching up again today. Yesterday it was crazy busy. I was super busy at work, and then I got home. It was a nightmare with the train, so it took me, I had to do a different route and lots of disruptions in the morning and lots of disruptions in the evening, and I was so worried because the poor Loki had been home alone the whole day. So I was like, I tried to come home early, but I didn't arrive much earlier than usual because of disruptions in the train. So she was fine. She's been really good actually. I could see she had played with all her toys during the day, but she was very happy to see me. We went out for a long walk and then I went to the book club last night. I took her to the book club, to the pub, because I couldn't leave her alone again. It was really nice. There was only 3 of us yesterday, so we discussed four. One of us arrived a little bit later. We discussed the Woman in Black as a book. It was really nice actually. About 20 pages still, so we discussed it without spoilers. I will finish it probably tonight or tomorrow. Yeah, so it was really nice. I really enjoyed the book club. Next month's book, if you want to read along with us, is going to be A Kiss Before Dying by Ira Levin, I think it's pronounced. I read this book. It was actually my recommendation, and one of the people there said that he's already read it and he really enjoyed it. He said that was a really good book, and I was like, yeah, I recommended it. Thank you. So yeah, it's really good book. It's a bit of a thriller, but it's not scary. So if you enjoy thriller type of books, that's a really good one to read. It's not big, it's a small book. I will take it out in the next few days and I will show you. So yeah, that's the book for next month, which I recommended. I can't wait to read it again. It's been, I think it was about 10 years ago when I read it, so I remember I loved it, which is why I recommended it, but I don't remember the plot that much, just from the title. So it's actually really good, so looking forward to reading that. And then the month after we're reading a classic from Francis Scott Fitzgerald, which is Tender is the Night. So we are not reading The Great Gatsby, which I read in the past. We're reading Tender is the Night, which I also read in the past, and I think I also suggested to read that one instead of other books. And Loki's having a little bit of a zoom in, so I will have to pause. So yeah, I had to play with Loki a little bit while she was having the zoomies. I don't remember which point I was, however, yes, we've been out. I went for a nice long walk. Yes, now I do hope that she settles down a bit. She's gonna take hopefully an afternoon nap. So yeah, if she's settling down, then I will actually have lunch, and yeah, then I'm gonna have a quiet rest of the day, hopefully, because it's today, well, this afternoon hopefully will be a little bit less busy than usual. And then Yanni will be home tonight, so I know I wanted to make lasagna for him, but yesterday with all of the train disruption, etc., I didn't have a chance to go and see if I could find them. So I think it's gonna be just normal pasta. I think we have fusilli in the pantry. I'm gonna make that with the ragu that I made on Monday, so that's gonna be the dinner tonight. Oh, this morning when I took Loki out, I saw, I don't know, I think they're called paisley. like Sweet Violet, Pansy. Yes, Pansy. I've seen a pansy literally on the pavement, which was quite interesting. So I just had to take a very short video of it. I just wanted to show it to you. So that's the highlight from this morning walk. Yeah, so I'll say goodbye for now, and I will talk to you a little bit later. Loki, do not bark again. That's enough. Go and take a nap now. We've been out already. Actually, I just remembered that I forgot to talk about something. So I don't think I've mentioned it here in Vlogtober yet, but I did mention it in my podcast last month or the month before, both of them. So I started doing giving crochet. I started giving crochet classes at my work to a few people who wanted to learn. So we're doing it on Tuesdays during lunchtime. And yesterday was the 4th lesson. And yeah, we've been doing some progress. So it's been a little bit tough the first couple of times, because the class, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make the class as small as I wanted because there were lots of people interested. So the class started with 10 people. I think there's a couple of people that are not coming again, and I could tell that they wanted to try, but they, it is normal. It's not for everyone, and then some people, you need a little bit of perseverance really to learn, because that's quite fiddly, especially at the beginning. So I could tell that these people were immediately frustrated. So it's just normal. It's not for everyone. It's good to try, I think. So it's good that they try. So I had a couple of people drop off, and then I have a few people who are really getting into it. So after the first couple of classes where we did I just taught them just US terms, single crochet, flat, how to turn the row, and some of those basics, how to manage, try and understand how to manage their tension, if they needed to change the hook size, etc. Now we started to work a little bit in the round, and I give homework because like 1 hour, which is actually about 45-50 minutes a week, is not enough if you don't practice. It's like everything, right? You learn to write, you learn to play the piano, even if you go and play football, you need to practice multiple times a week, right? So that's the same for crafts. So the people who practice are really getting obsessed with it, which really pleases me because I am obsessed with it. So I'm gonna have soon my little group of people, like-minded people at work, who will be able to maybe, when we finish the classes, we will be able to do a little bit of like a stitch and bitch, or knit and natter, well, crochet and natter together. But anyway, the people who persevered and have practiced at home are really getting somewhere. So yesterday we were able to actually start doing the head of a like a little jellyfish octopus that I'm making them do as a very easy first pattern. And yeah, I'm very proud of them. So next time I've given them homework to finish the upper part of the head, and I'm also telling them how to start the bottom of the head, so how to close it if they want to start that. Otherwise we do that next time, and next time we put together the two pieces. So yeah, very excited. And actually, let me show you to show them. I've been bringing, which is a crazy sexy wool by Wool and the Gang. I made a massive blanket. I think it was called a Kozlik written. I think it's pronounced Kozlik blanket as a wedding present for a friend a few years ago, and I had to buy so many balls of this, and I had to buy extra balls just to do the fringes at the end, and I had about almost 2 balls left over. So I thought, well, I'm gonna make a giant, it's not even giant, but a big jellyfish, so that I can show them with a big crochet hook. I think I'm using a 12mm, And this is how my start of head was coming on. Now it's starting to round a little bit because of the increases. So yeah, yesterday they've all done this much, or almost this much, and I'm very proud of them, and I love how this is looking. So yeah, I thought I would actually show you. We are planning to finish the jellyfish by the end of October, so let's see, we will see. I will let you know. You will follow along with the progress of my students. Nice and relaxed time. Yes. So yeah, she is completely borrowed up. I don't know if you can see. She borrowed herself on the cushions. And she sausages herself. You can't see her from here, but she's there. I've just finished eating and I'm just relaxing here on the sofa, enjoying a little bit of quiet time. I think I'm gonna be sitting here for about 20 minutes and then I will go back to work. So I've decided I fancy doing this today, so I've decided starting my mushroom, my Toadstool Trick and Treat 2023 from TOFT. And so this is what I'm gonna make now. Just gonna go and sit together with my store-bought at Flying Tiger ceramic toadstools, and as you have seen in a couple of days ago, that I actually have the very same in ceramic, and yeah, I can't wait for them to be one next to the other. So yeah, as you know, if you're not familiar with the TOFT kits, it actually includes everything. So here there's the instructions and picture. Then you have the required wool, you have the required stuffing, so that's the required wool. In this is cream, and then this I've already shown it to you, this is yellow. Then you have some thread for some details, a crochet hook, which is a 3mm usually, and then you have stuffing, usually is the correct amount that you require. Yeah, I usually, most of the time with the stuffing that they put in the kit, I usually don't need it all. I usually have a little bit left over. The one time actually that I ran out was last year at the Advent 2024. I did not have enough stuffing, and I didn't overstuff the dolls. They were just right. So the last one that I stuffed was the swan or the duck, and I didn't have enough. So my swan or duck, my swan is a little bit understuffed, but it's fine, still holding together. But yeah, last year it was not enough and I didn't have any spare one, so I couldn't. So now I'm gonna start and then I'm gonna go back to work. Loki, you would have seen, she's taking a nap. She's very, very tired after the morning activities. So yeah, I will be working on this while I am, let me turn the camera, I've got ready day 6 of crafty clicks. So yeah, I'm catching up with all the Vlogtober, so I'm a little bit behind because with Monday being super busy, yesterday being super busy, and in the office I'm a little bit behind, but slowly catching up. So now I'm looking forward to 20 minutes quiet time casting on my TOFT button toadstool. That's actually the name, button toadstool. Watching the Vlogtobers.
Good morning everybody and welcome to day 6 of Vlogtober.
finished. I switched off the laptop. It's 20 to 6. I'm now ready to start my evening, and I'm very happy about it. It was again another really nice sunset. It's still a bit cloudy, but the sun came out, so it's actually not too bad, and the sunset is beautiful. I'm going to take Loki out. I think I will have my tea with biscuits, and I'm gonna have to take Loki out in about 15 to 20 minutes, and that's it for today. So hope you had a lovely day. While I was watching Crafty Clegs earlier, so the one episode that I watched during lunchtime, she went black sheep early this week. I know they usually go, and I actually checked they are this year too, they usually go to the knit+stitch at the Alexandra Palace, and they sell there. They're a vendor there, black sheep, and they have checked and they're going this year too. And one thing that Janet showed in her video today, and kind of reminded me of that, is I think it's called the Winter Call knit along from black sheep, and they have two versions. Is a colorwork blanket, and it has like gnomes and all the wintry stuff. It's kind of Christmassy, but not completely Christmassy. I think they have another Christmas one that Janet is also showing. So the Winter Call is beautiful, and they have two color options. So there's one that where they use like a type of tweed. I think it's like similar to the one that I've used for the troll hat, and is a tweed that can be felted. Mine actually is also a tweed that can be felted, and so that one, that color work, is going to be knitted in the round to make it easier, and then sticked, and then the other one knitted flat. So you have to color work, you have the color work. So they said that the option to knit the round, it needs to be a wool that can felt, so that you don't have to sew before sticking, so you just felt it. I've never sticked anything, so I'm actually quite curious. The other option is another type of wool that is not, you know, felted, so you have to purl the color work, which is fine. I've done it in the past. However, I was thinking, oh, maybe that can be my one purchase when I go to the Alexandra Palace, but anyway, I don't know. I want to see how it is, but the pattern is beautiful. Do check it out. I saw it when they launched it on Instagram, and today when Jeanette was showing them, I was like, oh yes, I remember that. It's so pretty. I want to do it. I would like the color work knitting in the round is similar colors, but the one knitting in the round is kind of more vibrant, and the one that is knitted flat is a little bit more muted colors. It's just still beautiful, but I'm really in love with the one knitted in the round. However, because it's wool and is really way, is still okay as a price if you have that type of budget, but is really way more expensive than the other one. The other option I think is a much cheaper yarn. I think it's like 20-30 pounds for the whole kit, whereas this one was more than 100 pounds, which is not too bad for a whole blanket, obviously, but I can't justify that because I have a big stash of wool. Anyway, I'll go and look for it on Saturday when I go to the knit+stitch show at the Alexandra Palace. Anyway, just 2 more days to go, and then the third one we're gonna be there. I can't wait for Saturday. I also thought I want to buy an interchangeable needle set for my mom as a present for her birthday. She started knitting in the round recently, and she's okay using them, but she doesn't have enough. So whenever she needs an extra pair, she always needs to go and buy it, and she doesn't have enough, and then it's a little bit more complicated. I did order a few things for her from here, from Italian places, but it's not always that straightforward. So I think that's definitely something I want to look at on Saturday, which usually black sheep have lots of needles, so I might also buy that one there. But yeah, I will see on Saturday. So this is it for tonight. So now I'm gonna have my tea with my biscuits, then I'm gonna take Loki out, and then Jan is gonna be here, so it's gonna be a nice evening. Hope you're all well, and hope you're all gonna have a nice Wednesday night. Thank you for watching. Bye bye, see you tomorrow. Bye.